Yo, put that down. Put that knife down.
We not. Calm down. Over this way, yo! Drop the knife!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today's main story is one of those calls that shows just how fast de-escalation can fall apart when an unstable armed person refuses to comply and suddenly turns towards someone else. Officers respond to an unknown trouble call in Buffalo, and despite clear commands and attempts to slow things down, it escalates into an outright knife attack that forces a split-second decision. Before we get there, we've also got a wrong-way DUI that somehow doesn't kill anyone, and a case that highlights just how badly our justice system can fail. What do you mean the justice system failing again? But first, let's take a look at someone who keeps the lights on. Our sponsor for this video is PDS Debt. You might be doing a new year, new me, or new year, new you. Lots of new stuff going on this year. Maybe you're working out again, taking care of your body, but are you taking care of your wallet? Just cause 2025 turned into 2026 doesn't mean that your debt went down. You could be struggling with credit cards, personal loans, or even medical bills right now. Well, I have good news for you. PDS Debt has custom options to help get you out of debt. They go beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation and craft a personalized plan just for you. And one of the best parts, there is no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and put that money right back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau, boasts thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. You may be asking yourself, why do they have such good reviews, Donut? Well, because they've helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. Right now, you can get your free personalized debt assessment by going to pdsdebt.com/donut. It only takes 30 seconds. Take that free debt assessment. It takes 30 seconds at pdsdebt.com/donut. Now, while most people on New Year's Eve are doing everything humanly possible to avoid police, this guy decided to hunt them for sport. I mean, seriously, dude, rideshare apps exist. Uber is a thing. This dumbass still managed to pick the worst possible strategy. Instead of avoiding cops, he goes wrong way on the freeway and drives directly into one. The officer hops out, checks the damage, and immediately makes contact with our suspect. And holy crap, look at this guy. Bright green dreads, completely vacant stare. The officer starts talking to him, and it becomes painfully obvious the dude has no idea where he is, what just happened, or why the car he hit had red and blue lights flashing on it.
You know where you're at?
Huh?
You know where you're at? Do you know where you're at? Come here. Do you know where you're at?
Milwaukee.
Okay. Do you know what you're doing right now?
I live
Okay, you understand you're driving on the wrong side of the freeway, right?
freeway, yeah. I know that I'm on the freeway somewhere.
He admits he's on the freeway, but doesn't know which freeway or where he entered or why traffic was coming straight at him.
No shit.
Eventually, his reasoning for why he is on the road in the first place comes out. New Year's Day, 2:30 in the morning, driving the wrong way for nearly 2 miles because he was heading to the strip club. And just to make this even better, this wasn't his first DUI. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt here, including the deputy, because this could have ended a whole lot worse. Driving the wrong way on a freeway on New Year's morning is how innocent people get killed. It's happened a lot. Instead, all this guy managed to destroy was a Mercedes, a patrol car, and whatever dignity Bright Dream Dreads were holding on to. I guess that's better than being jerked out of your car by your dreads. And if you thought I was gonna make a whole video without talking about how completely broken some criminal justice systems are, well, you're wrong. Here's the situation. What had happened was a 1-year-old child is rushed to the hospital unresponsive. Doctors find multiple brain bleeds, broken bones, hemorrhaging in the eyes, and injuries in different stages of healing. Not an accident, not a fall, not a one-time thing, especially since you had injuries in different stages of healing. The medical examiner, an ophthalmologist, and multiple doctors all agree on the same conclusion. The child was beaten to death. According to investigators, the man caring for the child wasn't the biological father, just someone who'd been in the kid's life for a few months. The explanation the man gave, oh, well, he had a fever, he fell out of bed, and he's had seizures before. All the usual excuses people give when they're trying to explain away injuries that don't really lie. The evidence is there. Because broken legs don't come from crawling, detached retinas don't come from clumsiness, and bruises in different healing stages don't come from one bad day. Instead of going to trial on murder and child abuse charges, prosecutors cut a deal. They go with an Alford plea, meaning the defendant claims innocence while admitting the state has enough evidence to convict. And the sentence? Probation. 6 weeks of anger management for this dude. That's it for beating a toddler to death. Let that sit for a second. Wasn't really a heat of the moment type thing. Wasn't a bar fight that went wrong. This was repeated abuse, escalating violence, and a dead child at the end of it. And the system's response was, don't you do that again. You better not be beating them babies again. What makes it even worse is that people knew something was wrong. There was bruises, there were broken bones, there were warnings. And somehow after all of that, the person responsible still ends up walking free. This is exactly why people don't trust the system anymore, because when the time comes to actually protect the public, especially children, the consequences evaporate. All right, now for our main story. Buffalo, New York. That's where angry cops be angry copping. September 27, 2025, around 2 a.m., officers are dispatched to an unknown trouble call. This is dangerous because the trouble is unknown, which if you've watched this channel for more than 5 minutes, you already know is one of the vaguest and most dangerous call types there is. It's like right up there with CDV because it's unknown. There's no clear crime, no clear suspect, just something's wrong. It could be something as simple as Nana fell down the stairs or, hey, a guy with a gun. When officers arrive, they immediately see why.
Yo, put that down. Put that knife down. Put that knife down. Put the knife down. Buffalo police.
Standing outside as soon as the officers pull up is a woman holding a knife. She's visibly upset and agitated, not calm, not confused. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure you saw that big-ass knife. The officer begins issuing clear commands right away, but instead of complying, she starts moving towards him.
Buffalo police. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the fucking knife. Get over here.
That's when the officer draws his service pistol. Notice what happens here. This part matters. As soon as the gun comes out, she backs off. So she understands the commands, so she knows exactly what's being asked of her, but she still refuses to drop the knife. And now she starts drifting toward an apartment door. This is bad. We don't want her going somewhere, maybe in an enclosed space with another person. The officer raises his voice again, though.
Drop the knife. Drop the fucking knife. I'm not playing with you.
He touched me!
Do you want to get shot or not? Drop the knife. Drop it.
She doesn't say anything, and of course she doesn't comply. She just stands there holding the blade. At this point, the officer checks with his partner. He asks if he has a taser. You know, so you can have non-lethal, so this doesn't turn into a suicide by a cop or a police officer trying to protect him and innocent people. Maybe they can get that taser off, but at the same time, you need to have lethal cover just so no one gets stabbed.
Drop it. Come on, listen. Drop it. Drop the knife. Drop the fucking knife. Drop the knife. Yo, Marcus, you got a taser?
The second officer steps in and starts talking to her, trying to calm her down a little bit, and instead of improving, the situation just gets worse.
Get it. We get it.
Touch me! Touch me!
Listen, drop the knife and talk to me.
Just fight back!
Sweetheart, drop the knife and talk to me.
No! Dang!
You do have the right to fight back.
He touched me!
Sweetheart, relax.
She gets louder, angrier, and more importantly, closer to the cops. And she's still holding the knife. This is where things start stacking up fast. Unstable subject, armed with a stabby stab, ignoring commands, closing distance with civilians nearby who could get stabby stabbed. And the longer this goes on, the more dangerous it becomes. She starts hyping herself up, yelling, gesturing, just feeding off of the moment. Both officers are telling her to calm down. It's not working, not even a little bit, and then the worst possible thing happens.
Relax, relax.
What you talking about?
Nobody wants to hurt you. Relax, calm
No!
down.
And then my... No!
Drop the knife.
No! Drop your back! Stop! No!
We know. Calm down,
You're
calm
gonna
down.
touch me! Stop me!
Over this.
Drop it. Oh.
She suddenly turns and moves back towards the apartment door, towards other people. This is no longer a standoff. This is a moving threat that could turn into a barricaded suspect, possibly even a hostage situation. Officers yell again for her to stop. She doesn't. She closes the distance and attacks.
Back up.
She stabs a man in the head, and in that instant, an officer fires. Immediately after, officers move in, secure the scene, and start rendering aid. Both the injured man and the woman are transported to the hospital. Their injuries are non-life threatening. Let's talk about what we just watched, because this is where people tend to miss the point. The incident shows why de-escalation is a tool, not a magic spell. Standing too close to someone who is unstable armed and refusing commands shrinks your margin for error down to nothing. And the longer this kind of encounter drags on, the more emboldened the subject can become.
We not. Calm down.
Touch me! Stop me!
Over this way, yo! Drop the knife!
And in bystanders, well-meaning people standing nearby, and now officers are boxed in even further. Movement is limited, options disappear, pressure skyrockets. Anyways, they stop the threat, they rendered aid, and the incident is being investigated like every officer-involved shooting should be. And that's all I have for you fine people today. Let me know what you thought about these videos in the comments below. If you want to help support the channel, go on over to donutoperator.com, subscribe to pepperbox.tv, or subscribe to Donut Operator TV right here on YouTube. Until next time, please have a fantastic day.
Whacker.